curanderos. There are so many centers who employ shamans who untrained, unskilled, and without ancestral lineage that connects them to the plants. The ayahuasca tourism in Peru is growing very strong industry, and all someone has to do is pass off as legit and look the part in songs and sing a few Icaros. It's sad. This is like the third time I've mentioned master plant dietetics. Please Google it because it will explain things more comprehensively.
That's what she did. Googled it, and then she's copying and pasting what she's writing.
Geez, you really know your stuff. Said Waylon Drake. And then somebody laughed in her comment.
Is it over?
It's finally fucking over.
Okay, so I decided to make this video this morning because I'm a part of this group called Psychedelic Adventures, and I had posted an image. Yeah, it's about 53 comments from her.
All right.
So go ahead back to the laws and stuff. I'm gonna just make this real quick. I ain't gonna be here long. So anyway, I put a post up.
Did we ever download the whole US code?
Yeah, look into my downloaded files. You gotta stop interrupting me. I'm gonna forget what I'm saying. Sorry. So I posted an image on this psychedelic adventure forum on Facebook. And it's a picture of a demon that I expelled when I was on ayahuasca. So I said, I don't know, the post said something like expulsion of a demon during an ayahuasca ceremony, I think. Yeah. So I put that up there. It was a real personal image, but I want the people in the group that's supposed to be for spiritual awakening and plant medicine exploration. I wanted them to know all the capabilities that they can do using certain plant medicines. Now, there are 400 and something comments on this post, and about 350 of them is talking shit. But you had about 50 comments of people, asking me about it and wanting more information. And, so my purpose of doing it was served. It's just this one female that commented on my post. And I did a little research on her little stupid page. And I said, so, okay, it's clearly she's a white woman, culture appropriating. She said, what you should have did was diet. And that's just because because of your eating habits or some shit. She said, it started off here. Let me see that. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on one second. So a lady said to me that I had a friend who did 2 back-to-back ceremonies and died 3 months later from stomach cancer. It brings everything to the surface. She had no symptoms prior. Good morning, Dwayne. She had no prior symptoms of cancer or anything, suffering or anything prior to her ayahuasca journey. My response to her was, no, again, my response to this woman, Beth, was she wasn't able to expel them. She just activated what was dormant inside of her. The key is to understand what this truly is. I wish I could have helped her. I said, I wish I could have helped her. Right? This is my words. This female comes up. Don't know her, never had any kind of communications with her. I think she might have posted some other stuff. You couldn't have helped her, grounded dolphin. She would have needed someone who diets. Listen to this shit. She would have needed someone who diets to help her. And then she starts speaking Spanish stuff. Who have seen the cancer, then asked the plants for guidance. Ayahuasca did not activate anything. She just didn't have someone who could see and facilitating her ceremony. This is why I get upset when I see the carelessness in the United States, people not understanding the medicine but holding ceremonies. So I said, I'm not going to read all of this, but I said, you think you understand the medicine? I'm not going to get into all this because it's just back and forth. But that was something, she had already said some really demeaning shit to me, and she said about the diet and all that stuff. But anyway, she goes on to say that when a woman is on her period, she's not supposed to take ayahuasca because ayahuasca, let me put this hose down. Now listen to what I'm saying to you. Listen to me. She said, ayahuasca is jealous. Ayahuasca is a jealous energy. And ayahuasca can't stand the smell. She said the airs of menstruation. That's what she said. She can proceeded to say that even the shamans will tell you if you're on your moon cycle, do not come to ceremony. Now, because I know what I know, because I know what I know, I did not want to, how do I say this? I did not want to go off of, look, I was saying maybe my trusting me is not right. Let me go and ask somebody who I know is about this world. And I called her and I asked her, now, listen to this. I think that's why the argument started because this girl said she was disrespectful to ayahuasca. She said that ayahuasca was jealous. Why would she need to be jealous? That's a Caucasian energy that they try to spread around the world. Hold on.
Hey sis. Well, you see, I was taught by men, white men, unfortunately, and I haven't had any issues with the mushroom. I don't know nothing about ayahuasca like that. You know, but I work with ayahuasca never on my moon. And I was always told that women on their moon start the shaman, generally a male shaman, and generally female quadri don't either if you want your period too. There's some kind of common thread there. I don't know, but we live in strange times, sis. I think that I'd rather sit with African plant medicine, mushrooms, acacia, that shit, even cactus, ain't like that. But that's up to you at your discretion. And I think that not every woman has stinky menstrual blood. So yeah, and I think it's just a generality.
So if it's something that I hope y'all heard that, I don't know how that went on there, but if it's something that a Aboriginal person does not recognize, has never heard of or never experienced a problem doing what they're supposed to be doing. Okay, thank you. It's insane for somebody to say that the feminine energy of ayahuasca will be offended by menstruation. You can't be on a forum miseducating people like that. You can't do that. So I respect
whether or not that is a practice because of their interaction with you. Remember,
right now, okay. So I played what she said is because she said, unfortunately, the shamans that trained me were white men. These are white men who already have an offense towards vaginas. That's why they treat their women like that. That's why they have sex with men. I'm not trying to just generalize all white men and all white women like that, but this is a true fact.
You have to talk up. People that are down in the South, but they came across that. Did they teach them that?
And that's what I'm saying. Is it possible that when the actual Aboriginal shamans smelt these white women on a period that they were offended by them because they only wash up once a week. Now this is not me being smart, disrespectful, or anything. This is something that they are posting out there saying that they don't wash up every day. So I said to you, I said to that lady, I said, there's no way that a feminine energy would be offended by the creation of life and the cleansing of self. That's number one. And you will only understand that if you was of the Aboriginal descent and you could truly understand what life is. I said, I know you're a white woman because you don't have no pictures of yourself, but every picture you have up is of European white men. So you could be trying to pretend, you know what I'm saying, that what she's doing is she don't want the people in her real life knowing that she do plant medicine. You know how they make these fake pages so they could be a part of something. Now she said to me, if you just tell me what your traditions is, maybe we could understand. I said, you want me to tell you what my traditions is so you can steal my information, then apply it to yourself, and then come on another forum and say what I'm saying to somebody else? I'm not going to tell you what my traditions is, but I will tell you that it's blasphemy saying that ayahuasca is jealous. Number one, it's blasphemy for saying ayahuasca is offended by menstruation. I only go on plant medicine when I'm on my moon cycle. Now let me give y'all a little bit of game, plant medicine game. Okay, when a woman is on her period, already she's in her power. Already, she's in her full maximum power when she has her period. So if you in your full power, why wouldn't you go into the spirit world where you have more control over what was able to attach itself to you, come into you, and influence you? You do have to be trained if you not a person that trusts yourself, but it's levels to this shit. It's levels to this. At the end of the day, do not. I'm just so tired of the culture appropriating shit. Like you don't know what you're talking about because you were a tourist and you went to Peru and you think you know how long. Why would you say that the smell of menstruation is offensive to the shaman? That okay? Do you just randomly smell a woman when she's on her cycle when you just sitting next to her? And in our hoods, in the hoods we come from, in the houses we live in, we don't smell the vaginal secretions of menstruation from a woman that's sitting next to us or even in the same room. We wash. What I said to her was, this is how I was able to truly get a read on who she was. I said, Aboriginal people wash up twice a day. There's no foul smell that will offend a whole room of people. I said, perhaps because certain types of people chooses to wash only once a week or when they smell themselves, that's what's happening. If you come to my tribe, if you come to my tribe and you're not from my tribe, you a visitor, and I smell the horrificness of you, I'm going to ask you not to come to my fucking place when you smell like that. I'm wondering if she even considered that. What I should have asked her was, what color was the people who was offending ayahuasca? And in the crazy world of the internet, everyone is an expert. Yeah, I know, right, Dwayne? Unfortunately, when it comes to plant medicine and psychedelics, those some people, same people. Yeah, you're right. You're right. She just kept going in and out, and then she came. I said, she came back on and she said, wow, y'all heard her. She admitted she has to wash up twice a day. I damn near passed out. What do you mean? I admitted that I wash up twice a day. Is that not the norm? When do you wash up, ma'am? And this is why your menstruation airs discuss shamans and the spirit world. I mean, you smell so bad that you would offend the spirit world. This is out of her own mouth. If y'all are not in this group, psychedelic adventures on Facebook, get in there just so you can read it. Is the forum is still popping, so it's at the top. I just get so offended that people who go to these plant medicine ceremonies, who's this plant medicine is actually, see, I don't want to make a statement. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why would somebody be offended at you bathing twice a day? That's sick. That doesn't even make sense. How can I admit to something? Yes, I admit it. I sometimes wash up 7 times a day. I admit it. I like to be clean. It's just it's just it's just awful when you have people trying to take on what's meant for you. You know, everything they do. She called me a racist. She said, "Oh my God, you're African American." First of all, I know she ain't black because she called me African American. She said, "Oh my God, you're African American, acting like you're Aboriginal." That's what this cunt said to me. "Oh my God, you're African American, acting like you're Aboriginal." The next thing I wrote to her was, "Bitch, if you ever call me African American again, you stinking crabby fucking pussy bitch." See, and it took me to a place of ghetto-ness. So I had to bring myself back because I thought about the whole purpose of the message I was trying to put out there. Hold on. What I said to her was, just because you say I'm African American, do you think I'm going to believe you? It's like you keep saying, you're African American. She said it in about 14 posts. Well, you're African American. And I said, well, if you say it enough, you think I'm going to believe you? She has never made a comment in all of her 50 comments about her hygiene practices. She still hasn't told me how much she wash up a day. And I'm telling y'all, there is a correlation. If you are a certain type of people and you do not wash your body on a daily basis, your period will offend mankind and the spirit world. Damn, I ain't even know it offends the spirit world. I don't know if that's true. I mean, shit, I don't smell like that, so I don't know. But just I made this video because I don't want y'all allowing another race of people to tell you what your culture is, to tell you what your belief system is, and to call you a name that you know you are not. I have never called myself an African American. I've always called myself colored because I'm not black, number one. I have a color to my skin, so I'm colored. I'm not African American because I'm not from Africa, and neither is my 4 grandmothers before me. You don't get to tell me I'm African American so you could steal my Aboriginal plants and then lie and talk about something you know nothing about. I realize that I'm gonna have to get out that group because those people in there are just in there, they're just drug addicts. It's drug addicts in there. They have no idea what they're doing. There was this one guy, I ain't gonna say color, but this one non-colored guy. Damn, didn't I just say I wasn't gonna say that? Anyway, he goes, "Why you keep on talking about codes and DNA?" I said, "Dude, I don't know how you was in the spirit world and you asking that question. The first thing that happens when you go in is a code. And if y'all don't see the code, then that's telling you something too, honey. If you don't understand the DNA, and that's telling you something too, honey. Listen, my people, just keep doing what I'm telling y'all to do. Keep doing what you feel in your heart that you're supposed to do. Do not let anybody discourage you or tell you that you're doing something wrong. You have to go within. You have to go within because you have already done all of this. So you know what's right and you know what's wrong because you have failed in previous lives and you have succeeded in previous lives. I know I'm not from Africa. I know I'm not. I know I'm not what they say I am. I know I am matched with the dirt, the trees, and the sun. There's nothing they can tell me that the sun can't tell me. And if you can't stand in front of the sun and have a conversation with it without melting to death, then maybe this is not a conversation you should be having. So when somebody tell you who looked something up on YouTube or heard some shaman talking about it at a plant medicine ceremony that they paid the $5,000 to so they could feel love because they can't feel it in real life. Remember who the fuck you are, period.